All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining on tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you joining on tonight or today or wherever you may be at in your neck of the woods. Again, I'm Senior Vice President Lashauna Parker from out of the great state of North Carolina. And so on tonight, we're going to be training on the Epic New Rep Playbook. Okay. This is the Epic New Rep Playbook. And this is a playbook that any rep in the company can pick up. They can save to their desktop or save on a flash drive, or they can pull it up on their phone and be able to look at the new rep playbook and go detail by detail to figure out what they need to do to get the most success while they're in the Epic business. And so tonight, we're going to be taking this by pieces just a little bit at a time so that everybody can kind of process this and digest this just a little bit so you can see the process it takes and what systems are already in place with the company for you to be able to find the most success in the industry. And so on tonight, it's the Epic New Playbook. You should have already read this. So if you have questions, I will stop and pause throughout so that you can ask your questions, and then we'll jump right back in. We're only going to be going to pages 1 through 13. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. We're not going to take all of it tonight because it would take the whole night to get through it. So it only will be pages 1 through 13. And then we will come back and take another section so that we make sure everybody understands how to utilize the new rep playbook. So in your new rep playbook, on the second page of it, it's going to be a welcome to Epic actual I would say almost like a letter, but it's like a welcome little greeting for you, as they say. And it says, congratulations on your decision and welcome. We're excited you are inspired by our growing community of motivated entrepreneurs. And by joining Epic, you've taken a powerful step towards building a business that's truly your own, and you're not doing it alone. Okay. That's a big statement. You do not have to do this business alone, which a lot of people sometimes get fearful of joining businesses because guess what? They figure once they get in, whoever brought them in is going to leave them and they might have to do it alone. So I'm telling you on tonight, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to stress over that because you don't have to worry about doing it alone. With our company, we are committed to your success and here to support you every step of the way. Whether your goal is to earn extra money, build a team, or create a legacy, you now have the tools, training, and support to make it happen. Can you say just make it happen? Make it happen. If you have made the decision to join this awesome company called Epic, all you have to do is, as they say, play Simon Says, follow your leadership, follow the lead of those that are guiding and leading you to find the great success that you're looking for so that you can make the residual income that you said you wanted to make. So with that being said, the mission of Epic is to help people live happier, healthier, and wealthier lives by providing a lucrative opportunity for financial success and personal growth. In this opportunity, you will grow by leaps and bounds because what? It's going to challenge you. It's going to inspire you. It's going to motivate you. When I first joined, I tell you, I had a lot of challenges. I wasn't even at my best, but because of the people pushing and saying, you can do this, Lashauna, you got this, I was able to overcome those obstacles and challenges that I was facing while I was growing up in this industry. So this is really a personal development course with a compensation plan attached to it, if you will allow it to be a personal development growth type of industry or plan for you with a compensation attached to it. That means getting you some type of financial freedom. Okay. In this company, our company says we aim to create millionaires by positioning entrepreneurs in front of $1 billion wealth trends and offering best-in-class products and services that generate residual income. And we do what? We do it by building one relationship at a time. So it's by our relationships that we're able to get into sharing these best class, world class products and services that can generate you the residual income you're looking for. And one of the things that I like about our company, if you see right here to the right, our logo, EPIC, stands for EPIC, and it stands for equity, profitability, integrity, and community. That is our motto. That is what we stand on as our guiding principles for our organization. Now, about our Epic company, they believe, we believe, in our corporate office believe. That's why I say they believe. We all together, standing together on one accord, believe that building a successful business starts with empowering you and serving your customers with value they can see and feel. We want to be the best representative of this company. So if we're operating in integrity, as it states up there, if we're providing everyone equal opportunity and access to what we got in our hands, and we're sharing this with our community, then guess what? If we're doing right by individuals, guess what? As long as they can see the value of what we got, then guess what? They're more than happy. A lot of people will be more than happy and willing to support us and invest in what we got going on. So let's be the best version that we can be and good representative of this company so that people can see us for who we truly are, of operating as people with integrity. And that's why we offer a wide range of products and services designed to meet the everyday needs of your family, your friends, and your community. We didn't leave out anyone, okay? So our holistic approach helps you grow your business and reach your financial goals with essentials like premium coffee, tea, household services, and television, valuable business tools, including commercial. And now let me just take this out. Commercial energy solution, we no longer have that. So I want to make sure we edit that. So we'll make sure we have this edited version for you, but we no longer have that. Okay, but we do have your commercial text marketing with mobile marketing, and we understand that one thing about mobile marketing is huge. It's a big industry. When we went to COVID, a lot of the stores and places had to close down, but guess what? In order for a store to survive, they had to come and be creative. And one of the things that stores and doctors' offices learned is that they had to use mobile marketing to help them be successful in keeping their clientele and keeping people coming back. Otherwise, they would have went out of business. So they had to learn how to market and brand themselves in a different way that they never had to, and on different platforms. So now more people are still using text messaging, short codes to get people back in the stores, to send out what you call coupons or discounts to keep people reminded that they're still there, they're still in business, so that they can come. So guess what? Text marketing or mobile marketing will never go away because people understand the power of how to utilize it. And we have that in our hands to help businesses, churches, nonprofits be able to utilize this service and be able to get it for a reasonable price to be able to market and share their services and products with individuals. So that's what we do. Now, here's just a few pictures of our products and services. You will have this on your website. So as you go to your website, ladies and gentlemen, you will see these Epic services and products. Well, all you have to do is go to myepiccompany.com, put your / and put your L number, which is your RIN number, which is your representative ID that you get when you first join, and put that in here. Once you put it in here, it takes you right to your website, and you're able to see all this information that you see here on this page, which is wonderful, because that's going to help you to be able to learn how to navigate to your page. But also, that is the information you will share, your link, as they say, for people that want to buy a product or service for you. Of course, we have also another website called oxygen.com, and you would do the same thing, oxygen.com / with your L number, which is your L or RIN number, as they say, to be able to give that to potential customers to go to purchase products from you, as well as you utilizing that for yourself to actually get your own products. Okay, so that is the next one. Okay, now as we continue on with the welcome part of it, here's what the company says. He says, now that you are an official member of Epic Community, let's get to the exciting next steps, building your business, which we want everyone to be successful in their first 30 days of joining this opportunity. And so we have something that can help you through this process. And so we're going to show you how to get started in your first 30 days for people that just joined for the first time. Now, this is what I like to say. If you're joining for the first time, this is exactly what you need to help you get started. But I will encourage you to read this and go step by step, because it is like your business plan. I'm going to say that again. It's like your business plan to helping you accomplish the many steps and goals or objectives that you need to get accomplished in your first 30 days, of joining this business. Now, if you say, hey, I've been in this business and I want to get to the next level and the next advancement. Guess what? All you have to do is follow this guiding principle too. Just go back, as they say, to the basics. Even if you are a current representative and you want to head on to your next position, this is a good way to get started. Now, it has some simple steps in here that we're going to show people how to be able to maneuver and follow a simple system that's proven to work if you work it. Again, if you work it. It didn't say anybody else. If you work it. Now, will you have help to do it? Absolutely. No one is going to leave you, because remember, we build one relationship at a time, but we are building a relationship with you as individuals that's just coming new into the business. Okay. And we want to continue to build our relationship, to strengthen our relationship with each other so that we can help each other out, because when you win, we win. And that's the beautiful thing about what I like about our industry and our company. We want to see everybody winning, because when we see everyone win, that makes a difference and it builds massive momentum within the company. So just to simplify your process, we've created this new rep playbook, a step-by-step guide to launching, growing, and building real momentum in your first month. You just heard me use that word momentum. So this is real live momentum that you're building and growing in your first month of just joining, which is amazing. Now, each section is designed to give you simple, focused actions. Whether you have 30 minutes or a few hours a day, this playbook gives you a blueprint to stay consistent, build confidence, and create results. So let's get started with day one. What does that look like in day one? And set the foundation for a business and life built on purpose and passion. So we're going to talk about that, because you have to have a purpose in this industry to know what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you have to have the passion for it. So if you don't have the purpose, how can you have the passion for it? And vice versa. If you don't have passion, how can you go forth to reach your purpose, or as they say, your destiny in this opportunity? It's kind of hard to do. Okay, so those two go hand in hand. That's why it says purpose and passion. Okay, there's an and in there for a reason. All right. Now, this is what I would recommend everybody do. If you would get a copy of this, print this from the new reps playbook. Everybody, if anybody that's coming in new, make sure they always print this down. Why? This is kind of like a checklist. I like to call it a checklist, but it's your 30-day success playbook. Now, I'm going to try to enlarge this because this is very, very small. Very small. All right. Sorry about the smallness, you guys. You might have to use a magnifying glass. I apologize for that. But this is how it looks. Okay. And I'm going to pause right there. Can you guys see this? Yes. Okay, great. Any questions so far? Great. All right. So with this 30-day success playbook, you guys just follow these steps to maximize what? Your income. It says follow your what? These steps to maximize your income. So it's not the person that brought you in income, it's yours, because in your first 30 days, you get to get the most amount of money that you can earn as a new rep. So we want to make the most use of your time, but you have to be willing. You have to be a willing person to be able to listen to the person that brought you in, and also to the mini success coach and the senior leadership that's going to be willing to help you in your first 30 days to get the most maximum money and work with you to get to where you need to be at, okay, in your first 30 days. So the first thing is in day one, it says first things first. This is a checklist. What you will need to do is everything that you see right here on your left-hand side, starting right here with the bullets, it says enroll with the Quick Start Bundle and Platinum Plus. Okay. Once you have enrolled and have selected your Quick Start Bundle that you want to get started with, which is the $2.99 bundle that most people come in, plus getting your Platinum Plus service, which is an additional to that. So that's an extra $50, you would say. So about $350 you would need to roughly get started with just starting out with the bare minimal to get you on the right foot. Once you get that, you're going to get your 200 gift cards that come along with your enrollment bundle, okay? Which is a nice, helpful thing for you to be able to get items that you are going to need or want to market or sell for yourself to get started in your first 30 days. So the company does at least set you up with that, okay? And then you can build from there. All right. So you're going to check that off once you get all of that. Also schedule your welcome call. Your welcome call is going to be done with your senior leadership, or the individual that brought you in is going to connect you with the senior leadership. So you have more than them to connect with. So if one person is not available to speak to you, then you have the senior leadership that is willing and available to speak with you and help you along the way as well. So that means you don't just get one success coach or mentor or one person to help you. You get multiple people. And that's a good thing when you can have multiple people to help you. So when one is not available, you might have another person in the senior leadership that can help you, that season, to help you get to your next step in your first 30 days. Okay, so once you do your welcome call, then you check that off. Then you got to get qualified. Get qualified in your first 30 days with at least 12 customer points. All right. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. Get qualified. And once you get qualified with any product or service, then boom, you're good with at least 12 customer points. Okay. And then download My Epic app. That is the app that we're asking everyone to download that from the TV. I did not do the link in here, but actually, not the TV, but excuse me, with your VO office, virtual office Epic company, myepiccompany.com. That's where you can go and actually get your My Epic app. I will add that to this so that when this goes out, people will at least have that. But that is where you go to actually access that download for the app. You want to download that onto your phone. Again, you want to download the app on your phone. So you're going to use your phone to do this particular part of getting started in your first 30 days. That's the first thing you need to download in your first day of joining and getting started. We want to make sure we set you up to win and you're able to maneuver and watch your back office and watch your virtual office, as some people would say, and your money and how many points you have. So if you can do your business from the comfort of your home in the palm of your hand with your phone, that's what we're getting ready to set you up so that you have the most success to be able to look at this anytime you need to throughout the day so that you can still move, because everybody don't carry a laptop around with them. So using the phone is going to be your best resource to go to for getting your app done so you can see what you got going on. So once you do that, check that off. Live the brand, live the business, and refer to page 5. Well, guess what? This is page 5. We are living the brand. We're beginning to live the brand, build on the brand, lead the business with this brand of Epic. Okay. So this is the page that is helping you to start that brand. Okay. Then after you do that, check that off. Make a list. We're going to talk about making a list. Okay. So you're going to check that off. Schedule a game plan session. Okay, we're going to schedule that with the senior leadership and the person that brought you in. You're going to check that off. And then you're going to do the text EPIC to 855-957-5608. That's what you're going to do to check that off. Once you completed all of these things on the first day, then you're going to put the date that you completed all of these things. But everything must be checked off before you go to the next step. The next step in your second day, on the second day or the day 2, the day 4, you're going to get your mind right. So it's going to be a mindset challenge for you. So you're going to change your mind by establishing your why. Why did you join this business? What made you want to join an opportunity such as this? So you're going to write that down, and you want to be able to explain that to the person that brought you in the senior leadership, because the why is going to be your driving force, or what we said, your purpose and your passion to moving you forward in this business. Okay. Even when things get tough and hard, that's going to be your why to want to keep you moving forward, to keep you inspired and motivated. Okay. So we want you to write that down very quickly, why you joined and why it's beneficial for you to be here. Okay. The number 2 thing is to check off, create your goals. So you're going to have goals that go along with your why to help you accomplish those things. Okay. And then number 3, you're going to schedule your first and second PBRs. So this is important. You're going to schedule your first and second PBRs. We don't want people to wait on figuring out how to schedule their first and second PBRs, because 30 days will go by quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you do that. So we want to make sure that you got everything you need to get started right on the right foot right away. On day 5 through 11, get connected. Okay. All of day 1 and through 4 should be completed and have a date beside it. But on day 5 through 11, you want to get connected. How do you get connected? You get connected by reviewing your business dashboard. This is the actual link. You should be able to click in here over this link and actually click on it. I didn't hyperlink it, I don't think, but it's here for you to have that. You can probably copy and paste it and just put it into the address bar, and then actually it'll pull up and you can go from there and put your RIN number and everything in. So that should be helpful for you as well, to make it easy for you to access and get started right away. Also familiarize yourself with your virtual office so you'll know how to navigate, as they say, and move through the virtual office for the different places you need to be familiar with. So you know how you getting paid, you know when your bills are coming out, or for payments for your products and services. You know how many points you need for getting to your next pen level, and you know what's your running account balance. That's important because everybody want to see when they're getting paid. So it's a way in your virtual office. It shows you all of this stuff. Okay. It also shows you your what is it, your previous customer club report of what you did last month, so you can kind of compare what you need to do for the next month. So it helps you moving forward. Also, in your days 5 through 11 to get connected, we want you to host your first and second PBRs within your first 5 to 11 days. So that means you're going to have 2 PBRs. You said, what is PBRs? PBRs is considered private business receptions. So you can write that down, private business reception. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that and what that looks like. And then last, you're going to schedule your third and fourth PBRs on day 5 through 11. And then 12 through 16, you're going to get future success. You're going to host your third and fourth PBRs. That means 2 PBRs a week, okay? Because again, we're trying to set you up to win in your first 30 days. And 30 days, again, goes by quick. So we got to be able to set you guys up with that. You're going to schedule in your 12 through 16 days. You're going to schedule your next 5th and 6th PBRs, okay? And that's important, okay? That is important. And then last but not least here, let me scroll down just a bit. Day 17 to 21, you got your personal development. You're going to host one, and within that week, you're going to host at least your 5th PBR. And then now with your personal development, you're going to watch the training videos. There's a link right here of telling you where to go to get the training videos on the Epic TV. So that's the link in the website that you should be going to that's listed right here, which is vo.myepiccompany.com/epic TV/. So that should help you to get started as well. Also, once you finish those recordings, and we'll go over that, where you should be at with that. Day 22 to 30th, which is the last 30 days, you need to complete the remaining ET, which is executive trainer requirements, by this time frame. So you're going to host your 6th PBR. This one more time, giving it your best shot to see who else you miss. Now comb through the area, comb through your list to see who might want to participate. You're going to follow up with your existing and potential, customers, and you're going to ensure completion of your ET requirements to make sure you fulfill the requirements so that you can make sure you get your bonus in your first 30 days as a newly promoted executive trainer. So here's how you're going to track your progress towards your first 30 days bonus. This is the Epic Quick Start bonus. So it shows you again how you get your 2 new partners that's going to be qualified, and you have your 12 customer points for any services and products, and you're qualified, and then you'll earn at least $250. But if you're that person that wants to go higher and earn the maximum amount, if you get 3 new partners that's all qualified and you at least get 15 customer points, you get $500. If you're a person that want to get 4 new partners and they're qualified and you do at least 20 customer points of your own, that's $1,000. And for someone, I always say that is the overachiever. Get your 5 new qualified partners, get your 25 new customer points, and that's $1,500, and you can win. You can win. All right. That's page 5. Again, print this sheet down, keep it beside you so you can go ahead and check this off throughout the time that you're actually going for your run of your 30 days to be successful. This is going to be very helpful to you, Now, here's the Epic glossary of the terms. Look at this. This is going to help you to understand when you hear people say IMR, that means independent marketing rep. QIMR, that means qualified independent marketing representative. ET, executive trainer. ED, executive director. ND, national director. SVP, senior vice president. PSVP, platinum senior vice president. DSVP, diamond senior vice president. So these are the different levels that anyone that comes in our company can reach these highest paid positions, okay, in the company. So when you hear people say that, this is your glossary terms to let you know exactly what those mean so that you can be more familiar with the business as you go through, and as you bring new partners in, you can help them show them this information as well, so they'll be able to understand what we're talking about when we're on trainings and calls. Okay. Those are your epic terms you should know. Here's your quick start kit. It tells you about your one-time purchase that includes your enrollment in $200 in gift cards. You'll be able to get that when you do your initial enrollment. You get your bundles on subscriptions. You can get a recurring monthly oxygen product bundle that you can utilize, and you get that coming to your front door every month. Or you can get services that's reoccurring and that you can see that you're getting billed for and utilize those via your phone, your mobile apps, or your laptop or whatever. That could be helpful to you. And some things are electronic as well, where you get cards and discounts and things where you can actually utilize that for services. The other thing is commission value. When you see CV, that's what that means, commission value. That's the total amount paid to the seller and their upline for a product or service each month in the form of residual income. So CV also counts towards customer club. Okay, so that counts towards your customer club of you earning what you call your CV or your money amounts towards that to get to a customer club payout potentially. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. You get weekly new rep bonuses. They call them winter bonuses. A bonus paid to ET and above when a new IMR enrolls with a quick start bundle and Platinum Plus. So if you get a person comes in, you're going to get paid every time you bring some person in, just as long though. We want to be clear, just as long as you are already qualified at the executive trainer position, which is called ET. And once you hit that position, then you're eligible for all of those weekly new rep bonuses. Okay. Once you hit the position and you are qualified at the ET position, anybody that new enrolls and comes in after that, you will begin to reap the harvest of that or the residual from every new person you enroll. Okay. So that's important. You have your Platinum Plus. Let me stroll back up. You have your Platinum Plus. Again, that's an essential representative tool that provides unlimited access to reports, plus the My Epic app for prospecting, as well as online portal for discounts on shopping, travel, and more. And reps with the Platinum Plus are also eligible for the benefits of equity shares, and they call them BOEs. Again, when the company has a monetized event and they make a profit, then if you got benefits of equity shares, you're able to benefit from that and get a monetized profit from that. So that's pretty neat for anyone that has those benefits of equity shares. But again, you must keep your Platinum Plus to hold on to your benefits of equity shares. If you do not hold on to those or keep your Platinum Plus, then you forfeit your benefits of equity shares. I'm going to say that again. If you lose your Platinum Plus within any duration of time of that month of when you're running and you don't get it back before your 30 days up, you will lose your benefits of equity shares. Okay. You automatically forfeit that. So we want to make sure people hold on to that Platinum Plus. That's current representatives, especially for current ones that's been in a while. Anytime you lose your Platinum Plus and you forget to play it or you cut it off or whatever, you forfeit your benefits of equity shares and you start over from zero, from scratch. So don't make that mistake. Always keep that Platinum Plus service up, because if you don't, you lose those benefits of equity shares. So if the company and when the company has that monetized event, you can't get paid off of it because you didn't have your Platinum Plus and you have forfeited it. So I just want people to be clear of that, because corporate will tell you that. So just be mindful of turning off the Platinum Plus services. That's why we tell you to keep it monthly so people know you're in business, so you can shop anytime you want to. Okay. And then the customer points, when you hear people say CP, this is the points that's assigned to a specific product or service, which counts towards your position qualification and other bonuses. For example, Montevita coffee is valued at 1 customer point towards the ET position that requires 12 customer points, and TV by comparison is valued at 2 customer points towards these qualifications. So just imagine yourself getting, let's say, TV at 2 customer points. That's 2 customer points. Plus you got your Platinum Plus service for $49.95. That's 4 points. That's worth 4 points. So 4 points and 2 plus 2 points is 6 points. Now you need 6 more points that you need to get from any service or product to help you get to your 12 customer points to become eligible commissionable, and qualified for your first position of executive trainer. All right. I'm going to pause right there. Do anybody have any questions about what I said? Great. All right. And then the next thing is private business receptions. When you heard me earlier say PBR, this is a meeting held to present the business opportunity with a presentation given by an experienced EPIC representative and traditionally held in a personal residence. Now, let me just be honest with you guys. Because of COVID, things have changed. So sometimes people are going to want to do it in their homes. Sometimes people are going to feel like they don't have enough space in their homes. And I've been in that situation where people say, hey, I don't really feel comfortable bringing a lot of people in my home. So in that case, you do need to improvise with them. And sometimes you can take it in your home if you want to do an in-person session, or sometimes people you have it where they can do it in another facility place like a church, banquet hall, or a hotel room. I try to stay away from things that's going to be pricey and costly for a new representative, because you want it to be duplicatable, where if someone else come in and they don't have a lot of funds to go to a hotel and have this big extravagant grand opening, you don't want to put somebody in that position to spend a whole lot of money when they haven't made a lot yet. So we want to kind of be careful of that. Sometimes what I'm seeing is because people are more virtual and everybody wants to do stuff still by Zoom and Teams and online meetings and platforms, people are doing things virtually. So you can do a grand open virtually. So if that's the better use of your time, let's just make it happen virtually, especially when you talk about people being from one city to the next, state to state, and you're in a different city and they're in a different city. We want to make sure that we are able to help them. But if it's going to need to be virtually, let's keep it virtually. People will get on. Okay. People will get on. Just make sure that you understand the power of having your first PBR and your second PBRs, because it does make a difference and impact on how you move through the actual 30 days of being successful. And we want to do that again quick as possible, because the longer you linger with this thing, the less time you have to get to your money, to get your quick start bonus. Okay. Questions or comments? Okay. All right. Moving along. All right. So this is page 7. All right. And here's the website. Benefits of equity shares. We just talked about this. This is a win-win program from everybody. When everybody that's first joined, everyone gets shares of benefits of equity shares. Now, let me just say this. The benefits of equity is not and I did say the word shares, but it's not like shares, like you're gonna get a big investment on shares or anything like that. But it's actually where you're be able to profit once the company profits or makes a big profit. So it's an incentive plan that awards up to half of the company's profits directly to its IMRs. So meaning whatever the company makes, they'll be able to award half of its profit. So if the company makes $1,000,000, then half of that will be 500,000, and then that 500,000 will go in a pool and be actually divvied out among all the representatives in the company that has the benefits of equity shares. Okay. So we just want to be clear. It's not all the company profit, but it's half of the company's profit. Once they make a big enough profit, then they're able to do that and monetize the representatives in the company. And that's every representative, even new to the current. Okay. And that's above and beyond the income earned through its lucrative compensation plan. So this is separate from the compensation plan of how you can earn. This is something that is an extra benefit that the company will give to every representative. Okay. As long as you have those benefit of equities. Okay. Then your personal website, we talked about that, you guys. It's a great resource to market all Epic services and products available to customers. And when used effectively, it ensures you receive credit for your purchases. So this is a way to link your customers to your products and services, as well as your personal website also has your business website, which is a different website that we talked about earlier. With that, new IMRs and new business partners can sign up with that. So your personal website is also a recruiting tool that allows you to share the opportunity with prospective new business partners, as well as enroll them as Epic IMRs. So that's huge for you guys. Your bounties, the difference between the retail or the preferred prices of wholesale pricing, which is paid to the representative. So you guys, that's why we tell you go get document 715. If you have forgotten about document 715, I want you to write this down. Go get document 715. It is your living Bible, I would say. Put that and put that in a folder, in a binder, whatever. One of the things I did just last week, I got me a nice little folder. Now you can label yours, put a label on it. It's green, and inside of it, it has my information of the epic playbook and everything. Get you a folder, especially with new reps that's coming in and they're trying to remember all this stuff. They're not. So make sure they get a little folder just to start off and have them print down some of the stuff that we're talking about, because it's easy for them to go back to it if they have it in a folder or a binder or something like that. So I encourage everyone to do that. Get your little folder. You can go to the Dollar Tree, or you can go to Walmart. School's about to start for a lot of places. They were selling these things for like 25 cents. So I got a couple of those. So 25 cents is 25 cents. You can't beat that. So that's a good way for you to help your partner out, as well as yourself, to put the nice stuff that needs to go for anybody that's newly enrolled, to show them how to get started and just give them the basic information they need so you don't overload them. So hopefully I've shared that and everybody got that part. But the document 715, I want everybody to make sure you have that. If you haven't printed that down, print that down. It has been updated in our Epic back offices. Corporate heads did a great job with that, and they only put on that list things that you should know about and products and services we currently have. Okay, so please make sure you get a copy of that. The retail is the retail price that you would market your extra products to, and this is talking about for products. Okay, the retail would be the actual things that you would market to a customer, somebody that's a consumer that wants to get your product at the retail price. That's the full price that you would do for retail for a customer, just like on your normal website. The preferred pricing is where you give people a discount. So as long as you want to give them a discount, you put the P behind your information, your RIN number, and you're able to give them that discount at a lower rate just so they can get it if they're ordering from your website, or if you want to do it in person when you're looking for retail bounties. And then you will get a percentage as well of whatever that bounty would be. Typically, when you first buy a product, depending on what it is, in this example, it's the 6,000 milligram of CBD tincture. It's at retail. Excuse me, it's not at retail for us. It's at wholesale for us. We pay $60 for it, where the actual consumer paid the $89.95 for it. Okay. Okay. The bounty that we get from it is $29.95. That means one time, first time residual for it, and then thereafter is, if the person keeps paying for it, then you'll be able to get the earnings estimate of $15, which is the CV. Okay, you'll get that as a payout ongoing. Okay, so just kind of keep those things in mind. It shows you right here how you can get that, and then it goes into the warm market list. So I'm gonna stop right there and ask if anybody got any questions about that. Got document 715. Get your retail and preferred pricing whole sheet. You need to get that. That's where the bounties can be found at. But I want to make sure you get those two documents, document 15, 715, excuse me, and then also get the actual retail and preferred pricing list, so you can know how to market and sell your stuff. It tells you how much everything costs. If you got product on hand, you can market it to your family, friends, and community. All right. No questions. All right.
I have a question. I'm sorry. Okay, so
Yes.
do you recommend that this sheet is something that we keep for us for pricing while we're out and about, or not take it just in case um somebody gets it?
I would tell you to make sure you print this copy down from your VO, myepiccompany.com. I actually have my own personal sheet when I go out and market and vend. I have like 2 copies of it, and I use that to help me remember the pricing for our products, so that when people are asking me, I can pull that out, whip it out, and say, okay, this is the retail price or the preferred price. And if I'm giving a discount, and I give them that price, and if they want it, they buy it. If not, they say they'll talk to me later about it or whatever, and I can follow up with them. But I do recommend that you get that. I even have laminated it. You can go to some places and let them laminate your actual sheet, so that you don't have to keep printing out, copies over copies. And then you can just take that with you. And again, if you're going to do that, I would ask that you put that in a folder or a binder, so that you have all of that stuff together, so you know where it's at when it's time to get it, when you need it. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any others? You guys are doing great. Again, this is going over the new Rep Playbook. Sometimes we don't go through everything, and we got to make sure everybody gets this. Okay. The warm market list. So everyone, we talked about that list, okay? So a list of people you already know from your personal and professional contacts. Again, this is a list of people or a group of people you know from your personal and professional contacts. This is not cold marketing. I got to emphasize that. It says warm market, meaning that these people you already know. It's not people that you just randomly going out, you're going through Google and trying to get phone numbers and people's information so you can just randomly call them like you're a telemarketer. That's not what this is. So I want to caution people, don't do that, okay? You don't want to get yourself spammed. You don't want to get somebody to block you. You don't want your number to be reported or anything. So please don't do that. When they talk about making the list, it's your warm market list is what we call it. And it's for people you already currently know and that are professionals, people that you know that's in your contacts, in your phone number, your emails, your Facebook, your social media, those types of things. Those are people that you know or you're familiar with or you have associated yourself with. Let me put it that way. Associated yourself with. If you got them on your Facebook page, why you got them on the Facebook page if you're not associating with them? You might not talk to them every day, but if you associate yourself, they are potential contact for you to reach out to them when you're doing your list for you to expose them to the opportunity in your first 30 days. Okay. Everybody good with that? Everybody with me on that? Okay. All right. So here's the first thing first. We talked about the Platinum Plus. We talked about the Epic app. Okay. With one thing I want to mention about the Platinum Plus, it earns you 4 customer points towards your qualification. And this is a key thing that I want everybody to know right here. You can earn up to 7 points with the 4-18-12 loyalty program, which remains in effect for as long as you maintain your uninterrupted Platinum Plus subscription. So basically, the company is going to give you what they call retention points. So as you get your Platinum Plus, that website I told you to hold on to, it has more benefits. As long as you keep it, guess what? You can earn up to an additional 7 points, you guys, of retention points, which helps to position you to get to your next pin level, which is a good qualifier. So keep that Platinum Plus services. That's why we tell you guys, don't get rid of that because it comes with other benefits besides just what you guys think. Okay. So let's make sure we keep that. Now, also with the Platinum Plus, is value at 4 points beginning the first month that you start. And with your 4th consecutive billing month, you will earn an additional 1 point for a total of 5 points. Okay. So you're going to earn an additional 1 point. So now you're at 5 points. Okay. With your 8th consecutive billing month, you earn another loyalty point for a total of 6 points after 8 months of keeping it on. And then your 12th month, meaning a whole year, you're going to be billed for this consecutively. Now that's where your 7 point comes in after a full year. Keep that up, you guys. Don't lose that because let me tell you, when you lose your Platinum Plus, I want to tell you this too, is that you have to pay a reactivation fee pretty much to get it back started again. All right. So make sure you do that. Any questions about that? All right. The enhanced compensation plan, the benefits of equity, reps must be enrolled in the Platinum Plus to be eligible for this program. And one of the benefits of Platinum Plus is the 5-star pass, My Deals member discount program. You guys, it gives you membership as a representative to a discount network of 350,000 places that you can actually get discounts and savings across the U.S. and Canada. Okay. So there's a million ways you can save on your products and services, from dining to travel to hotels, to auto mechanics, all this kind of stuff, in your app. Okay. You can save up to 50% across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico at local and online merchants, as well as top brands and stores. This works, you guys. So again, keep that Platinum Plus. This is what the benefits you get from that. All right. Also on day 1, we talked about the welcome call. We talked about that one-on-one guidance that you'll get from your senior leadership and for the person that brought you in. If you schedule and complete your training call within your first 10 days, you'll receive, listen to this. This is important. I didn't know this. If you schedule and complete your training call within your first 10 days of joining the business, you will receive a free point, which is valid for 6 months. So, who can use extra points? Anybody new can use it. So, make sure your new rep that's come in, this is part of day one, first things one, the company will see if they went through and completed their training call within their first days. So, you want to make sure that you notify corporate and say, hey, my representative has did their first things first, and I need to know how can they get their free points. I would recommend you don't wait to the last 10th day, because you never know if you can get corporate, but you need to make sure that's known to corporate so you can make sure they get that extra point for the next 6 months. So that's half a year. So they can use that extra point anyway to help build them to the next level, you guys. They haven't did when I was coming in, they didn't do that for me. You didn't do your call, you just didn't do your call. But in this instance, if you do your call, you win. All right, get qualified. We talked about that in your first month, because you enroll with the quick start bundle. Going forward, you'll need to qualify your position by earning 6 customer points from preferred products and services such as Captivita, Montevita, Oxygen, Platinum Plus, TV, and text alerts. Notice they put text alerts. I already said that's one of the things you need to be looking at. TV was another thing. If you're looking to get discounts and savings, we got awesome TV plans. You either get the gold package or you get the platinum package. I get platinum because I want more channels. But either way, you can get any one of those and you can still earn you an extra 2 points with the TV. So just be mindful of that. Understand where your oxygen subscription bundles come from, and putting your RIN number behind everything. Here's an example of what a RIN number would look like, which is your representative ID number identification that the company uses to identify you're a new rep in the company, and it has your information should go behind your actual myepiccompany.com to get to anything that we have that's related to the business. Okay. And every time someone purchases from your site, you'll earn credit for the sale along with customer points, residual commissions, and bounties when applicable. Okay. We talked about downloading the app. Go to your Google Play Store, Android, or App Store, Apple, and simply search for My Epic app, and you can download that. We talked about building the brand. We want to make sure it's a win-win for us when we show people how to save money and enjoy our great products that we have. And we want to be able to let people know we are in Epic. So always talk about your company that you're with. Always uplift the company. Always be excited about sharing information with people about our Epic business, and make sure you specify that we are Epic, EPIC. Make sure people don't think of you as another company. Make sure they know exactly what company we are. Okay. Tell them you're Epic, because when you personally experience Epic products and services, you'll naturally gain the confidence and excitement needed to share this with others. So that means you have to be excited about what you got, because if you're not excited, people are going to see that and feel that. Do you have to know everything? Absolutely not. But you do need to know something about the business to keep people coming and being motivated towards you. Day one, still first things is first. Here's your list, you guys, that you want to be able to jog your memory, as they say. When I first came in, they gave us a list of items to jog our memory, from your friends, your family, your colleagues, your co-workers, to real estate agents, to teachers, to professionals, to entrepreneurs, business owners, people that have money, make money, retired people that work part-time, who purchase homes. These are your churches, any health conscious, anybody that's on these lists that have the bullets. These are people that will be people that you know from your warm market. Again, people you already know or have some dealings with or association to. I would write their names on this list. And the beautiful thing about what I like about what they did with the playbook is that they give you a list, and that's going to come up in just a moment, where you can write this stuff down. Before, we used to have to buy our own notebooks, you guys, and write the little lines out on the top and get the information to just, help us to remember who we call in and contact. Well, now they made it simple where you already have that, and they have that for you. In doing this, once you get that list done, then we can start talking about game planning and scheduling your first PBR and mapping out your first PBR to call your contacts from your warm marketing list to invite them and identify your potential customers for products and services. Some people, and you working with them and exposing them, they will eventually become either a partner or a customer. But after your first and second sessions, You'll have some people that say, hey, I just want to be a partner, or I just want to be a customer, or I'll give you a referral. So either way, it can be a win-win for you. But we're here to schedule your game plan and help you find the most success and desired income and bounties from the business, and help you to reap the harvest of your labor, or as they say, to reap the harvest of what you put your hand to be productive, to yield you results. Okay. We also tell people in the game planning session after that, make sure you text your Epic. We talked about that earlier. Text that so you can stay abreast of any company events coming up. Also, any discount savings, special announcements. They send it through this text alert right here. But make sure you have this down and pat, because that's where you get everything. The next thing is your potential customers and future business partners. As you can see, it asks for the name, phone number, email address, relationship, location, and outcomes. So this is for you guys to be able to share this with a new business partner. I would ask that you please print this out. Again, please print this down, because then it's going to help the person to go ahead and write this down quicker than them trying to go get a notebook and write it down and go to the store. No, have them print it down. If they can't print it down, you print it down for them, or you find a way to get it printed so that they can have multiple copies to write as many names on this sheet until they run out of names that they can't, until the next time you can help them build a list. So we want to start out with 25 names to start the person out, letting them invite in their first best 25 people that they know would listen to them just because of who they are. So let's go ahead and get those first 25 names on that list, and then we can build the rest of our list, after that, the next 25 names. But you want to start first with 25 names and letting them be able to invite them to the first PBR sessions for the first and second. So that's why we want to schedule in advance 2 dates for the first and the second, because if you already know advance when the second day is, when you calling people and they're like, well, I can't come to the first, guess what? You already have the scheduled date for the next one. So you push them to the next session. We call it promoting from one session to the next session. That way it helps give you the most exposures when you're in business. We're talking about days 2 and 4. This is your why. This is information that help your business partner understand about launching their business, and it gives them opportunity to take a moment to talk about themselves, to ask them why they're joining. So here's some clarifying goals and situations that help them stay focused and motivated, and to help them feel confident about joining the opportunity, why they might want to do this. I can tell you right off the gate, even though I've been in a while, one of the things where I'm at right now, why I would stay and wanted to do this business is because I want to diversify my income. Things look a little funny out there in our current economy. So guess what? That would be one of the things that I would say that most people could say, I would love to diversify my income. Now, some people that already got money and they're just doing this because they just want extra money, that might not be a big deal for them. They might look at some of these other things, eliminate debt, fire their boss, joy freedom, working for themselves. But that is where I'm at now. So let them pick from that. They give them a list, and then they can write one of those things down. If it's something that's not on the list, it doesn't exclude it. They can still write it down, because it may be something up here that's not on the list, and that's fine. Let them write it in the blank where it says my why is, and then allow them to know why they chose that for that, and then write that down. Okay. And then here's your short-term goals. The company gives you this. It talks about how you can enroll your first business partner in your first week and earn $250 in your first 2 weeks, or $1,500 in your first 30 days. So you're going to use this chart. Again, the company was great about giving us examples and charts. Use what's here. Again, print this sheet down, because it has the short-term goal on it and a long-term. Have the people write their short-term goal up here and what a long-term goal would look like for their first 30 days of how much they want to earn. And then, as you can see, they tell you your Epic Quick Start bonus. If they showing them how much their potential for earning the money. If they're getting new business partners in their first 30 days, they can earn up to $1,500. So whatever they complete, what you're going to do is show them how they got 2 new qualified partners, and they got their 12 points, and they accomplished this, and put the date so they can see themselves making progress. Once people start seeing their stuff make progress, guess what? It keeps them excited and keep them motivated towards pushing towards something, excuse me. So that's pretty amazing. And the last sheet is right here, long-term goals. Print this down for people. Have them look at what are their long-term goals for getting quick start bonuses. This is showing you actual ways that they can still make money even after their 30 days, and the 90 days, 60, 80. And this is a thing to help them to know how they want to make money every month. If they can set their mind to doing this over and over again, this gives them a long-term vision, and it shows them how to grow their residual income enough to cover a car payment, a mortgage, or other key expenses that they got going on in life. Most people are going to need this. This is almost like a roadmap for your financial success and milestones. So again, they gives you a little specific examples about $100 a month. If you earn extra $100 a month, you can buy groceries. That's at least $100 a month. And by getting one new business partner, it will allow you to do that. In your CV of being 250, meaning the customer club report, getting you two new customers. If you meet that every month, that 250 club, that will give you at least $100 a month that you can earn towards your long-term goal of financials. And then they got $300 a month. They help you with student loans. They got, let's see, they show you examples. They got $600 a month you can earn. They got $1,000, and they got $2,000 max that a person can earn. But this all by just getting new partners a month. And as you go down each one, you can see if you get 100, it's 1. You get 300, it's 5. You get 600, it's 20. You get 1,000, it's 30. And if you get 2,000, it's 50. And then it shows you how you can hit the customer club. And if you hit any of these customer clubs as you're going down, it shows you how you are able to earn that extra money as well. So these are benefits to you guys. Okay. Remember, with the customer clubs, if you getting in the 500 customer club, you have to have 3 new customers. And then if you getting in the 1,000 customer club, you have to have 4 new partners, you guys. So this is how people can actually win and actually truly earn. Now I'm going to tell you this, and then we're going to close out for tonight. I know this was a lot, but this is going to help you to get started and help a new partner get started, but just giving them the simple tools to get started with the basic stuff. And all you do is give them the basic stuff and let them work with that. And then I think that's more attainable, and they can visualize it with the I want to say the $2,000 a month. Remember, you guys, these are your future goals as you continue to build. You don't have to do this alone, because you're going to have other people building with you simultaneously. But as you build, you're gonna be able to benefit from other people's efforts, and as they build, they're going to benefit from other people's efforts. So by the time you look around, you could potentially have 50 new partners, which can get you to $2,000 a month. This goal of long-term goals works not just for new partners, but it also works for existing partners. Try it. It works for existing partners too. And that's why I wanted to get to this, because it's not just for new partners, it's for current partners too. If current partners treat themselves as if they're new partners and do this all over again, you can continue to build your business and get the residual income if you're looking to get residual income out of here. So that is all for tonight. I wanted to share the first 13 pages of how somebody gets started in the first 30 days of joining, and how to get the most success in the business. And so please share this with your new partners. Please go back over this if you need to. So I'm going to pause and ask, are there any questions about what I just said? Okay.
I got a question. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So this sheet that you have up right now
Mm-hmm.
is basically just telling me like a guide or suggestions, right? As to what.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So again, it's a guide, it's a suggestion of showing people how to make money. So like, before, we had a lot of scenarios in our old new rep playbook, but now they just breaking it down and keeping it simple. So it's a guide to show people how they can make money. I mean, just getting through. You can earn up to this amount, but you got to keep pushing yourself. But again, like I stated before, you as a current one can utilize this to show you how to get to some money just like this. Okay. These are good examples for people to see how I can make money too at my current position. But again, treat yourself as a new business partner and just see where you want to be at. And that helps people get goals, some financial goals for yourself in business. How much do you want to earn every month? If you have a financial goal every month, then you will go after it. But if you don't have any goals or don't set any goals, you're never going to go after this. You're never going to try to figure out how much you want to make. So when you don't make nothing, then you're upset. So we don't want you to be upset, but you have to make goals, financial goals that you want to accomplish every month. And then you have to be willing to go after it every month as a representative in the company. And that's how you find the greatest success, because you can still make good money at the low positions as well as the high positions. But we got to be strategic on how we do that. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining on tonight. That is your first 13 pages. I will encourage you to get to your next pages, all the way from 14 to 26 for the next time, because we're going to get more deeper into the money part. So please make sure you look at that and read over that. If you have questions, come with your questions already down, so that if when I go through, we can talk about it if you have some questions about certain things. But we're going to get deep into that. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to stop our recording on tonight. Again, thanks so much for joining in on tonight and sticking out with me, ladies. You did an awesome job.